Welcome back to Pirate Adventures. Where we last left off, our dear pirates attempted diplomacy with the witch, let's call her, but unfortunately they eventually ended up, as most parties do, in combat. In a rather ferocious battle with the witch, we still continue that battle and we see how they fare. We're actually back at the top of the round, which means, drumroll please, layer actions. Hooray! And at the beginning of this round, the witch, don't quite have a name for her yet. I think she mentioned calling her Grandma or Nana, you could call her. It's been names she's been told before.
She's just a hag, let's be real.
She will turn into water and become a puddle in the ground. She appears again back here, in which she hits a torch on the wall and pulls it down, and you hear mechanisms click, crunch, and move, and you hear cogs whirring and twisting around you. And when you do, suddenly all of the lights stay where they are, that's not the right switch. All of the lights suddenly brighten up really, really, really bright. I need you all to roll Constitution saving throws, please.
That's 15.
15, okay. 6, okay.
12.
I also got a
12.
12.
12. Okay. So you needed to beat a 16.
Oh dear.
So now you are all blinded.
Fantastic. Okay.
And that is the top of the round. Now, if you have some creative way of coming up with how you can end the blindness effect of being hit with really bright lights, I'm happy to take them on board. But Vaela, it is your go first. What would you like to do?
Okay. There's probably not a lot I can do about being blind. I think because I'm not going to be able to really hit anything, I'm going to reduce the bonus on my rapier to give me 3 extra AC. Do I have, let me see, do I have any potions of healing on me? No. Oh, I've got, I do remember now. I've got a thing. I'm going to use Healing Hands on myself, which means I roll 3d4 and I can heal for that amount, which I believe is it's a Aasimar thing.
Yep.
So I'll do that. Oh, you're kidding me. 5. Rolled 2 ones in that. It's great. Right, so that's action. I'm assuming the rapier thing's a bonus.
I believe so. It should say on the item.
Doesn't. I don't know. I'll just assume it's a bonus. And that will be my turn since I can't really see anything.
Okay, Alarias, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Yeah, again, I can't really do much, so I think Thunder Wave, all of my spells are like range spell attacks. I think Thunder Wave is one that isn't, but I'd have to cast it in a high level slot, not hit everyone, because like 15 foot.
Don't forget, you can't. It's not just her. You can't see anything around you. You're the one that's blinded.
I probably have a memory of where people were.
Yeah, that's why I've kind of left the map open for everyone, because you can kind
Yeah.
of. That's where you were before.
Yeah. Problem is, I can't move because I'm blinded either.
Yeah, because sculpt spells is like you have to be able to see them. It's kind of it's written in the spell either, so you couldn't even do that if you wanted to.
Oh, there's no way to get around that.
No. No, not really. Yeah, most of them are. You have to see them.
Oh, could I like prepare a reaction? Oh wait.
Yeah.
How long does blinded last?
So it'll end at the top of the next round.
Could I prepare a spell as soon as I'm not blinded? Attack the hag.
Yeah.
Does it-
So just to
Yeah.
get the trigger information, attack when you see the hag, right?
But when my vision comes back, well, I'm just thinking, with those prepared reactions, that just gets rid of your reaction for that round.
That gets rid of
So-
your reaction for that round and your action,
And whatever
Oh, okay.
spell slot we use.
and the spell
Yeah,
slot
Yeah,
you
the
use.
spell.
So
Whether
when it
you-
comes to my turn, I won't have an action to use anyway.
No, you're using this action to do it.
No, it's just this
Oh
turn's
yeah,
action.
okay, sorry.
So
Yeah,
you're like-
I think that's worth doing. So I can get kind of 2 spells off that round. That makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah, that does
Um,
make sense.
Okay, sorry, I'm just thinking what to use. I need to say counter spells.
yeah. But I wouldn't.
Use a
Okay, so I
cantrip.
need to sec-
Yeah, or
That-
yeah, cantrip's
that
always a good
won't-
one.
I'll probably choose cantrip because they, yeah, it's a fireball. As soon as my vision comes back, I see the hag. I'm gonna cast a fireball. at her.
Cool. So as soon as you see the hag, you're going to cast Fireball. Cool.
Oh, I don't know if I should specify which one. Are there multiple hags?
We only
No,
know
there's
one.
only one.
We only know one
Oh,
so
there's
far.
only one now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
I'll
not
just-
that cruel.
Yeah, those were
Oh,
like
yeah, that's right.
those are like
Mm.
specters.
Mm.
Last
Oh,
time they
okay,
was like
okay.
yeah, they were like not really there.
And Tim, what would you like to do?
Can we still hear the mechanical whirring?
It sounds like it's dissipated.
Okay. Vaela, do you still need healing?
Ideally, yes, but I don't. But
Can I stagger over in my blindness? Can we call out to each other so I can move to her?
Talking is a free action, and in
Sure.
6 seconds, I would absolutely allow murmurings of here, I'm here.
Captain, I'm going.
yeah,
No blunders over. I'll give you a cure wounds.
excellent.
As you fumbly touch in the dark.
Just watch where you're touching, Tim. Blindness is not an excuse.
He's very careful. What do you get? 13.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that'd be good. Nice, up to 20.
And I can mass healing word as a bonus, but I don't think anyone else needs it, right?
Well, you can't because they're both spells.
Oh, I see. Then I'm done, I think. I guess we wait for her to show back up.
Well,
Tim.
until our blindness goes, yeah.
Could you
Yeah.
roll a wisdom saving throw, please?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
21.
Seems like whatever tries to penetrate your mind is beaten back.
I see.
Elizora, what would you like to do?
I don't know, I think we should get out of this house.
We're alright for the moment, in all.
Mm.
Like, it's only really Vaela that's taken a battering. Everyone else is generally okay. Just don't forget we've got our Kenshiman actions as well, if that's going to help, especially with the blindness. Although I suppose Elena will be blind. I don't know about Argyle actually, because he's like out of the room.
Yeah, it seems to only affect this room.
Yeah.
So if you have a readily available Kenshiman, and you have a clever idea of how to perhaps improve your blindness, I am happy to barter that perhaps it takes them out of the fight, but your blindness ends.
Has anyone got any shades with them?
Good.
Sunglasses.
Good.
From now on, we always bring sunglasses.
Yeah.
A bigger question of do sunglasses even exist?
Probably.
Yeah,
probably.
type of sunglasses probably do. Not particularly good ones, but
Yeah, you can imagine it as like the Inuit ones where it's like just a thin slit.
yeah,
or
just
like
thin
the
slits.
OG
on-
Kanye ones where it's just like the slits in the glass.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
Because Argyle is my Kenshiman, he is right next to me. Could
Mm.
Argyle use position Elizora's arm for her to Eldritch Blast?
Aim
So-
for me.
I gotta put. I'm gonna fire something. Put my hand in the right direction.
Okay.
Does that work?
I mean, all right. I'll try.
The hag even here to target at.
Yeah, I think she went.
She turned into water,
I don't know
right?
if anybody saw.
Well, no,
What? No, she
moved
came up
backwards,
from being
basically.
water, and I think Argyle's like, could you just like point your fingers in like a so I know how to aim
No,
this
it's
arm?
her wand, so because it's the.
Oh, great.
So-
Okay. You could feel a hand on your shoulder and a hand on your forearm, and he's like, this is real different. But you
Tell on me.
do not have disadvantage on the attack if you'd like to attack.
Sure, I'll go for that. So that is. So I get a buff. So that's a 17 and a 14.
Okay, they are both hits.
Ooh,
Mm,
that's a win.
nice.
Oh, so that's Eldritch Blast. So that's 10 force damage on the first one, and a 12 force damage on the second one. So 22 force damage total.
Oh shit, it worked! We got her! Oh fuck, I gotta give me one of those.
You can let go of me now. Thank you very much.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Good job, though.
At the end of your turn, Elizora, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Goodies.
Hmm. Seems to be a spell thing, maybe. Because Vaela and Alarias was fine and they didn't cast any spells.
It's an 18.
You feel something does penetrate your mind. You get flashes of this witch's face. But as she tries to reach for you, she narrowly misses your face, and her clawed hands just graze past the softness of your cheek
Oh, that's not
as
good.
it falls back. And this flash, it's almost like a strike of lightning that you see this, and her piranha-like teeth widely grinning. And then as she misses, you're back to black. It's complete darkness again. Like, you still can't see.
Oh, shit.
And now, it is time for her go. So, she's definitely going to use this on who is the annoying one. Well, you did just hit her with the spell. Yeah, so she's gonna cast that. And none of you can see her, so that bodes well.
Oh, we're killed. She's dead. God.
No. No.
In
So,
eternal torment.
Do you have anything buffing your AC? It's an 18 to hit.
No, it's just 13. AC.
Okay, great. Okay, so that is. Ooh. Oh, really good for me. That is 28 lightning damage as you feel. You can't see anything, but you feel this electric tether bound around you, ripping past your shoulders and wrapping around your torso, almost squeezing you tight as if these tendrils of electricity have physical grip.
Well,
And yeah,
not
that's-
for a name.
Yeah,
So-
that's 28 damage.
So we've got 25 temp HP from our consumers.
Mhm.
Is that optional to put some of that damage to them, or is it? It's
So
like an
you
all or
could,
nothing.
you could,
so
you
I,
could clear all of it, and Argyle basically takes the hit, then he's out the fight. Or you take some of it, Argyle takes some of it, or you take all of it and leave Argyle as he is.
so I can like proportionate how I see fit.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'll give us 40 damage each. Then.
He kind of like Argyle just puts her hand on your shoulder and kind of begins to take some of the conduction from you. Oh man, I hope this pays well.
No promises.
And then at the end of her turn, yeah, she's going to continue and move forward slightly. Just going to put her in view because at the top of the round, your vision begins to fade back and it kind of fades in slowly. At the top of the round, she sort of looks at all of you and just goes, "You're all a lot tougher than most of my meals. Thanks for the interest."
You're welcome to give up anytime.
Oh, bless you. No.
Alarias gets his shot now, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
Alarias, you can see. Fire away.
Oh, I rolled to attack.
Mhm.
17.
So she's holding, you can see now she's like twisting this lightning, and there is this large tendril of lightning connected to Elizora at the moment, and Argyle slightly. She's holding that, and as you fire this firebolt at her, she just grabs it midair, as if keeping the magic impacted, and she just twists it round. Can you roll a d6 for me?
Yeah. That's a 1.
She just twists it round and just goes, and it blows back and hits Elena. What was the damage?
Oh, I'll roll the damage.
Thank you.
6. Going too high, but...
Who had Elena?
D10.
Me.
Oh, perfect. For you to take that off Elena,
Yeah.
off the 10 HP, please.
Okay. God damn.
Okay, Vaela. What would you like to do?
Right. Well, I think she's going to go in for the attack. And no one else is going to be within 5 feet of her. But yeah, she's going to move up to the hag. So she can't sneak attack because she hasn't got anything like that. Was she... what does that do again? Hang on.
I was going to say, don't you get it if you're the only person for dueling her?
Trying to remember now. Oh, here it is, yeah. You also get... You don't need advantage on the attack to use your sneak attack if you... Oh, okay, yeah, no, I do get it. Yep, sorry, I forgot about that.
I was going to say, I think you get it. Cause
I do, yeah. Basically, as long as I don't have disadvantage on the attack roll, then I get sneak attack.
As you get close to her, Vaela, you do notice she seems almost rejuvenated again, and another one of her crystals is gone.
How many crystals does she have on her?
There's about 3 more on her person that you can see. One of them's particularly large. The other 2 look a little bit smaller.
Okay. Well, let's attack with the defender rapier for now. It's a 16 to hit.
That is a hit.
Nice. That's 1d8. That's 3. Oh, nice 8. 9, 11. That's 11 magical piercing. And what is my sneak attack nowadays? 4d6, which is 15 on the sneak attack.
That's the same damage, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it's magical piercing.
Cool.
How has she used these crystals? Has she just kind of like absorbed them? She's stuck them into her? How's she done?
You can't see any of them like still stabbed into her in any way, shape or form, but she was stabbing them into herself.
Can she try and grab and take the big one?
I would have said that's more of an action.
Oh, okay. No, that's
to
fine.
try to sleight of hand nick something off her.
Okay, no, that's fine then.
Do you you don't get extra attack, do you?
I do, which I haven't used yet.
Okay, well I'd
Do I get that? I'm
say
pretty
you
sure
could
I do.
forego your extra attack.
Wait, do I have extra attack?
I know you have two-handed weapon fighting, but if you have extra attack, I'd say you could probably use that as an attack.
No, I don't think I actually do.
I don't
Which
think
is...
rogues get extra attack.
No, she doesn't. That's weird. Okay, yeah, no,
Oh,
she
no,
doesn't.
They don't. You're right.
No, she doesn't
Use
have.
cunning that could be a cunning action.
Cunning
Yeah,
act.
you
No.
could use your cunning
Well,
action.
cunning action is only
That's
dash, disengage. Yeah, disengage or hide. So that's not really gonna
I
help.
would allow your cunning action to be an attempt to sleight of hand steal.
Okay.
It's on brand.
All right, cool. I'll try that then. I'll do that with cunning action then.
Okay. Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. That was only +3. Okay. Okay. 17.
So she got 18.
Oh, okay.
But what I'm going to say is, instead of it just being completely for naught, because it's a nice idea, it's as you grab it, she grabs it as well,
Mhm.
and you end up in kind of like a contested hold.
Oh, okay.
So she seems stuck for a moment.
So we're
So
sort of
she's holding out this spell against Elizora, and you're now holding one arm in place while holding onto this crystal.
right. So in a bit of a tug of war situation, basically.
Yeah, essentially, and I'll allow that to probably go for a few turns.
Okay.
Maybe not the whole round, but probably a few turns.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Thank you. I'll be heard on.
Cool. Alarias, what would you like to do?
Kind of tempted just to smash that vial now.
Yeah, if you want to aim specifically with the vial, you can. The crystal.
Not gonna lie,
Whatever you
Vaela's
wanna
Vaela's
do.
like thought process was that one, obviously we'll get it away from her, and two, like potentially use it on herself to see what would happen.
Yeah. It
But-
could be. How is she
Dangerous
applying it? Is she like just like injecting it into her?
I think she's like just stabbing it, like stim packs. Remember,
Yeah.
it's a whole stim
Oh,
pack
yeah,
thing,
yeah. Yeah.
which could be
That's
that
a
only
bad
works on her.
effect.
But yeah, it could go
Yeah.
particularly bad. But
Which stim packs?
yeah,
Your choice how you want to experiment with that.
oh yeah.
Oh wait, it's not like glass, it's like crystal. How are they described?
They're crystals, yeah.
Yeah. I could probably shatter it, but.
Mm.
I'll let the captain try and steal it. So I'm gonna go chromatic orb on the hag. Probably
Okay,
thunder. Okay.
Thunder. Yeah, we know thunder's okay.
Yeah, yeah,
We just know cold is not.
yeah. Thunder's always like the safest bet. I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
generally.
unless they're deaf, then thunder's
Yeah.
generally going to work.
Or some kind of lightning creature.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll cast in chromatic orb first level. Got 21 to hit.
21 definitely hits.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, I'm
cool.
doing thunder. 3d8. Okay, that was pretty good. 17 thunder damage.
17. She takes the blast, hands up. She kind of like squints at it, still trying to grip tightly on this crystal. You kind of feel, you know, when you try to grab something off someone else and your fingers kind of are overlapping each other in some different place, like certain places. You feel her claws really digging into your hand to try rip this crystal away from you, Vaela. It is precious to her. And anything else, Alarias?
I can make Elena attack.
You certainly can.
Yeah, because I haven't really been hit and I don't really want to move
I
closer.
will say, it seemed like Elena's attacks weren't doing very much last time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, she's
still
immune to
one, right?
Yeah, she's immune to non-magical weapons. We know that already.
Was it resistant? Not necessarily.
I got immune down, as in they didn't do anything.
I'm not helping you any
I
further.
thought it was just halved, but
Unless I put it in the wrong
Generally,
place.
It's rare for it to be immune. Generally speaking, it's just resistance against non-magical weapons.
Oh, trust me,
Wait.
I've seen creatures that are immune to non-magical weapons.
I'm saying it's rare. I'm not saying it's impossible.
Okay. Okay. We'll put it.
I would agree on the cold though, because like she felt it almost looked it helped her with the cold rather,
Okay.
Wonder if I should try and break one of the other small crystals with Elena's blade, but not sure if it's strong enough.
You could go for Elena attempting a very specific attack. If you'd like.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
Remember, we've always got the other option to get her grappled. Grapple the hag.
Oh wait.
Because I don't think we
Oh,
tried it. I think we
fucking
spoke
delay.
about it, but I don't think anyone ever tried it.
It's a tricky
What?
one because if she can like turn into water, that basically.
Oh, I think that's what she did. Yeah, I think we tried grappling her, and I think she turned into water.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think what I might do
Elena doing?
instead is help Vaela pull the crystal. See if I can like give her more support.
Okay.
I don't know
That
how
sounds
strong
cool.
Elena is, but
Roll a d20. Just add your proficiency modifier.
Yeah.
Because this is something Elena would probably be proficient with.
5. Oh,
Yeah, no. Doesn't help.
Alright.
Good thinking, but doesn't help.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Tim, what would you like to do?
Are they still grappling over this?
Over this crystal? Yes, I am
Cool.
going to say they are at the moment.
Can I smack her with advantage then?
Yes, you certainly can.
Great.
Smack her with advantage if you like. Which club are you using?
The new one. Which I may not have added to my character sheet, but it's a 19 to hit.
Don't think that's a magical weapon though.
I don't think so.
No. So as it hits, she just brings an elbow up and it seems to like slide off her. Almost like passing through a current of water.
Moving that back to immune.
Does it proc my spirit shroud? Because I got that last session, right?
Yes, you did. What does Spirit Shroud do again? Remind me?
Any attack you make deals 1d8 extra damage when you hit a creature. Did I miss her?
Does it give you a specific amount? Like, what's the damage type?
The damage is radiant, necrotic, or cold. I think we decided it was radiant, right?
Okay. Then, yes, it'll do the d8, so give me
Great.
the d8.
There you go. 5, and she can't heal.
Oh, and she can't heal.
That's nice. That's nice.
Oh, Tim, you've
Suck
got,
it,
you've got
Arthur.
evil faced upon you now. As she pulls through the crystal from you, Vaela, and this is a very large crystal. She looks at Tim. Tim, there is pure hatred, pure evil, malicious hatred
Good.
glaring upon you now.
Look at the tank. That's why Tim is the tank.
And she looks at the crystal and she goes to stab it into herself and instead goes for your neck
Whoa.
as her legendary action.
Oh dear. Do I get to roll anything?
It's an attack roll.
Okay.
Oh my god, 19 AC. The attack's 19.
Okay.
Is your AC 19?
My AC is 19.
Yeah, okay, so meets it beats it. She stabs you in the neck with this thing. I need you to roll a constitution saving throw.
Sounds like a very good thing
It's
that
a
Vaela
4.
didn't put it in herself.
And a wisdom saving throw, please.
Whoa.
That's 19.
Okay. So, you are poisoned
Okay.
and you take. Right, I just have to explain what just happened because it's mental. I rolled 5d6 and I literally got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spooky.
Nice.
Right, so what is that together? That is 9, 10, 15. So that's 15 poison damage, Tim. You have the poison condition,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel these visions come with it, these hallucinations. But you know they're just immaterial. They're not real. You can batter past them, so they don't affect you.
Tim's used to it.
Yeah, Tim's used to nightmares. It's fine. And so 15 damage, poisoned. Yeah, that was it. Elizora, what would you like to do?
I've got a quick question.
Mhm.
Depends on the answer, I guess. When the hag's been hit with her, with the different things we've been hitting her with,
Mhm.
has she been needing to roll concentration on the electricity thing, on the lightning thing she's holding against us?
No.
I'm just a curious being. Let's just fucking Eldritch Blast her again, because what else is a warlock to do?
What does a warlock do in hard times?
I mean, you've got
You
your.
want to use any of Argyle's abilities, or
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
I just had a thought, right? She.
I need to
I don't know how this technically, but you know, she turns into water at times, right? Well, Elizora's got the spell with her trident, destroy water. I don't know if there's like,
do you want to fucking round and find out?
I don't know if there's like a thing you could potentially do with that, but I don't, you know, and because it's from an artifact as well.
Oh, by the way, Tim, I forgot to mention that 15 is directly to your HP. It goes beneath your 10 HP.
Yeah.
Just to put that out there. This particular effect.
You also have control water as well, but yeah.
Yeah.
I was just looking through your
Yeah, I was thinking destroy water. I was thinking control water potentially, but I think it's potentially more of an effect of what her magic looks like rather than her she actually becomes water to teleport.
I mean, it's water.
It looks like she's made of water.
It's water, right? Like, I don't know.
Let's not go open that kind of worm, because
Okay.
then you have the whole like, oh, their lungs are potentially open vessels, right? And then it's
Alright.
Yeah, blood center.
Let's not go into that drowning situation.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just do a very very classic Eldritch Blast. Pow!
Okay. Roll me those attack rolls.
That's a 12.
Hold on, let me just check something. No, it doesn't affect you in any other way. Just checking if the lightning affects you in any other way.
So one was a 12, one was a 15.
Okay, one hits.
Cool. 10 force damage.
Nice. So I have a question about the healing. She can't heal for this round, or she can't heal at all?
I believe until my next turn.
Until your next turn. It's good to know.
The start of your next turn.
Start of my next
Tim's,
turn. Yeah.
Start of Tim's next turn.
So she's going to turn into water at the end of your turn as well.
Ooh. I think I've also reduced her speed by 10 feet.
Reduced her speed by 10 feet, that's good to know. And she kind of seeps into the cracks of the floor and disappears. And while she's gone, you hear as some cogs begin to twist and turn again. And as they do,
Can we like instinctively, like when she does this, like cover our eyes when we start hearing the cogs?
Is the
or-
lightning still attached?
no,
Yeah,
the
that's
lightning's no longer attached at this point. There is a wall that appears directly in front of you.
Okay.
How do I just do a line? Draw freehand. There you go, that'll do.
Does Hera's
Directly in
water
front
not
of you,
provoke
Vaela.
opportunity attacks?
And there is and the door you were partially in suddenly walls off. And you all end up in this rather rectangular box. And the ceiling begins to lower. And as you
we
look
done
up
this
to see
before?
this, you notice that there are spikes on the ceiling. What would you like to do? This is still combat, so we'll go in turn order. Vaela, what would you like to do?
God damn it. What is the ceiling made out of? Is it stone?
Looks like stone or like pave-like almost, but stone definitely. I just need to quickly check something. So have a think. I'll be right back. It seems to be coming down quite fast.
What's the walls made out of, by the way?
I'm guessing stone as well.
Well, not if you could see through it.
Would shatter help? I don't know. I don't really.
It hurts us more.
It's
than
like-
anything
yeah, yeah.
else.
Oh, because it'll all cave in as well. That's the only problem. If we destroyed it,
Mm.
what I'm actually thinking of doing is spending my turn actually like investigating it, see if I can find a weak spot, or like a mechanism, or something that could help someone else on their turn. Because there's nothing Vaela can do about reaching a ceiling. You know. Whereas, like, if she can find something,
Well, the seed is coming to meet us, so you.
no, yeah, but by the time it's gotten to the point she can reach it, we're pretty much in dire straits. You know, it's probably better for her to like look at it, investigate it, for then one of the more magical means. You know.
What if I shower one the walls on the side? You guys
And
stand back.
I can smack a wall too. I can take a shower.
Yeah,
Do it the same
it depends on what. I guess it depends
Well,
on what
You could try
how
and
thick
break
these
the
walls.
wall. I mean,
Breaking a wall might.
depends what they're made of, right?
Yeah. Well, we would have just walked through one, right? As well. You know, from that room into this room, so we should have a good rough idea on how thick it is. I assume no one's got like
yeah,
stone.
there was a door, right?
Yeah, yeah, but it's been
Yeah.
blocked off. I don't know what with. That's
think it's
that's
all
probably
stone.
another question.
Can you describe the transformation of the room for us, Arthur?
So walls of stone shunt down from the ceiling, shunt down from the doors, and almost box you in. And as they do, suddenly the ceiling begins to lower, and you see the ceiling is ridged to the edges with spikes, and it is lowering and lowering. You hear a very light cackle from the other side of the wall. So, Vaela, what would you like to do?
I was gonna say.
Basically, to kind of put this out there, I'm keeping it in turn order. Essentially, you have 24 seconds before it's going to reach the floor.
Yeah.
Each of your turns is 6 seconds of that time.
Well, each round.
So we're
is-
doing it in turn order.
Okay.
Vaela, you've got the first 6 seconds. Alarias has the next 6 seconds to come up with something. Tim has the second to last 6 seconds. And Elizora,
Right.
you have the final 6 seconds to come up with a plan to get out of this.
That's not turns, though.
No. But what I'm saying is, imagining you were still in combat. That's how I'm doing it to calculate time.
Yeah, but
You've got-
it's 6 seconds around, not 6 seconds a turn.
No. I know. But what I'm saying is, you've got 24 seconds of in-game time. I'm just doing it by like.
We
you've
just
got
get
to
a
come
turn
up with a
each.
plan. I'm asking each of you to come up with a plan, and that is the 24 seconds.
Okay. So my plan for Vaela, because she's not a lot she can probably do. So what I'm gonna get her to do is investigate. Actually, like I think it's actually called a search action. To basically look for some kind of mechanism that's potentially exposed that we can attack, or any kind of maybe weakness in a wall. Basically, just investigate the situation, basically.
Okay, roll an investigation check for me, please.
Okay, 16.
16. You can hear. You can't see it, so they're obviously outside of the walls, but there is definitely a chain mechanism here. And you're also confident that whatever pulley system this is being lowered on is counterweighted, but it's outside of this room. There's no physical way you could get to anything. For these walls to have come down, you're not sure how thick they are, but obviously, being that they're slotted in some kind of hinge, they're probably the weakest part to affect rather than the ceiling itself.
Yeah, because that was the other option we had, was to knock down a wall. Yeah. But that does bode a question whether we just... Maybe it might be better to blast the wall in front of Vaela rather than necessarily trying to go through the room that we were in. Because with a bigger wall, you've got more of an impact in the middle to break it down with. So yeah, Vaela will probably relay to the group. Might be better to blast through this wall than to try and stop that and have it cave in on us. I'd rather not have raining spikes.
Okay. Alarias, any ideas?
Well, based on that, I'm gonna go straight to that wall and cast Shatter. But I will have to ask everyone to step back. So I'm not sure how that's gonna work. Is this in an order, this whole round?
So again, this is for you all to. If you tell everyone to get back, there's less restriction here, so you can all move away.
Yep.
While he does something.
Yep. Vaela will move back then.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's only a 10 foot. So if I cast it in the middle of this wall here, should
Yes, 10-foot radius sphere. Yeah.
10 foot. Yeah. So yeah, that should be fine. So yeah, I'll cast Shatter in the middle of that wall.
Okay. Shatter.
Yeah. So
I'm just going to read the spell.
Yeah.
It's funny, so it says a creature made of inorganic material such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on the saving throw of taking the damage. A non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried is also takes the damage if it's in the spell's area, which would suggest...
Roll the damage for me, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. 3d8. Okay. 9.
9.
Thunder.
On the point you choose, there's just a big crack out, and it's like it's been hit by a bullet. Like there's rippling cracks along the side of it, but it has not broken through. However, that is now a weak point in that wall.
Okay. If I have any time left, I'll relay back to the team. We need to Shatter, give this wall everything you have.
Cool. Tim?
I mean, does it look like we're gonna get through this wall, or should I start praying?
If you want to use your options to pray, you can pray.
I think that's gonna take my whole turn. But how does the wall look?
Looks like it's been damaged.
Out of interest, I don't know. I don't. This is probably pushing the boundaries a little bit. But
Boundary pushing.
you know, obviously your shield, your animated shield, is a magical based thing, right? Can you control where it hovers?
I think so, within just 5 feet of me.
I'm wondering now. Again, DM discretion. If you put your shield over the hole, right, like where the gap is, yeah, so the pointy, like the front bit, is sort of locked in, and then with Elizora's turn, she fires Eldritch Blast into the back of the shield. It almost would be sort of a hammer and sort of, you know,
Like a ram.
basically. And because it's magical, you're hitting it with a magical something bludgeoning with magical means.
Technically, it's a magical improvised weapon. Yeah.
Look,
Right.
I'll be targeted Tim and
No, but the shield. Again, that's why we're pushing boundaries of it, right? We're kind of. It's more that Tim would place it there, and instead of targeting Tim, you're targeting the shield. You're kind of like he's just gonna.
It's like I'm holding the shield for you to hit.
Because animated shield hovers around you, right? You're not wearing it, so it would just hover there. This is why I was saying, like, you can control where it is, and then you just, like you said, smash into it.
So, I have a couple points.
Okay.
One of which being, Eldritch Blast on its own is force damage, so it will just impact the wall like a hammer by itself. However, Tim, if you'd like to run at the wall with your animated shield ahead of you, and go full pelt
Use it like a ram.
In a ram attempt, I am absolutely all for it.
This sounds like an excellent idea.
That could work.
Let's do that.
We get 2 chances
there
at
will
it.
be possible crash damage issues where you may take some impact as well as the wall.
Give it to me.
Do you think you could, like, coil into your shell, like, when you're doing it?
I can turn into my shell as an action.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, it's not a bonus yet.
I'm going to be honest. For flavour, I'd happily let you like leap and then shrink
It's a
onto your shell
leaping,
and
yeah, it's a leaping shrink. It's like
smack it like a cannonball.
I think Bowser does it.
Yeah.
His forward dash in
Bowser
Smash.
can do it. Why not you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, where he turns around. Okay, let's do that.
Okay, cool. So roll me. I feel like. Yeah, roll me d20 plus your strength and your proficiency.
My strength and proficiency. Is that the equivalent of a saving throw?
The equivalent of an attack roll. I don't think you have proficiency on your strength save.
So it'd be +5, right?
Yes.
Six.
I think so.
No, +6.
Plus
For
6.
free proficiency.
Mhm.
Sorry. Ugh, that's 12.
It's 12. It's an inanimate object. You're going to hit a wall. I was just seeing if you got below a 10. Right. Now, here's the interesting part. Can you roll me 3d6?
Okay. It's 8.
8. Now, can you roll me a d4?
D4.
Mhm.
3.
3's the damage you take.
Okay.
Great.
Now, Elizora, what would you like to see?
Well, I think it's time to say goodbye, folks.
The spikes are just getting very close now.
All right, let's just blast the whole thing and see what happens.
Okay, you get all your Eldritch blasts. Got to roll above a 10 to hit the wall.
Would be funny if
That's
you just
fortunate.
would be funny if you just used tsunami and just bludgeoned the thing with water.
Yeah, that hurts everyone else.
Oh, true. But, no.
We've discussed this theme before in a few different ways around using tsunami. We've all said this is probably a bad idea for everyone else.
That's very true.
So that's a 15 and a 12. Or they'll just blast.
15 and a 12.
Yeah, it's just 2 hits.
As the first one, it cracks, and you see there's a small hole crumbling out from the wall. As the second one hits, it just blasts through, and the rest of the wall crumbles, and you could all escape to the other side, narrowly escaping
We did it.
We did it.
the spikes.
I think Argyle's just left in that room. We just can't get him out.
Well, they all
Yeah.
are. Like, you got-
Tixbo, Argyle, and Cormac are definitely out of the fight. You've still got Elena, though.
Okay.
But it seems that whatever was coming down, there's a large amount of reinforcement at the back of it, because as you look back, it's just blocked off.
Is it solid?
It seems like it,
Okay.
yeah. Whatever was coming down, it's just continues.
Okay. I was thought maybe like it's way up or something, but that's fine.
But yeah, the interesting thing is the chain mechanism that you could hear, can't see it from this side, so it's got to be on the other side or something.
Hmm. Okay. We still don't know where the hag is. Okay.
No, you cannot see her.
Okay. Are these doors or windows up top? The
They are grates, but they do not seem to go anywhere. They seem to grate against a wall with a very small gap at the bottom. Drainage, perhaps?
Right. All that blood from the flattening wall. I guess I don't know if we're still in combat.
Yeah, are we in turn order?
Not quite. So you can move around freely, but
Okay.
if anything begins again, will be on her turn.
Okay.
Okay. This is just getting worse.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna open this door, basically.
Okay.
Probably just straight up. If it's not locked, just kick it down.
It is locked.
Fucking bastard. Okay. Well, I didn't click on that, but okay. No, it's just these are open then. These ones on the other side. 'Cause they were-
Those ones are open.
So having a look in here, is it just what I'm seeing? Just corpses, bones.
Skeleton, corpses.
And can we
Spikes.
see into the other one as well?
As you look through, all the way through, you can see through there. It's dark, but you can't see anyone in there.
Can we hear the hag at all?
Echoes around the chamber, no sense of particular direction.
No.
You've done well. Come find me.
You know when she went into the floor? Was
Mhm.
that on this side of that wall, or was it in that room?
This side.
Is it worth blasting the floor where she went down?
You can certainly try.
Or blasting the locked door at least.
I mean, yeah, we can give it a go.
So let's just blast the locked door, shall we?
Sure. Works in Baldur's Gate.
Force is force, right? That's
Yeah.
what we're saying.
Force.
It's a 16 and a 13 on the 200 blasts on the locked door. Both hit. Do I have to roll damage?
It hits and it smashes open. Seemingly nothing in here.
Is there something in this corner, or is that just the terrain?
It's just the terrain, seemingly.
Don't
Would you like to roll a perception check?
Why not? Got the option. Oh my god, it's that one.
Not much in here. Seemingly quiet.
But it'll come
Almost too quiet.
There's a reason why this one's locked.
out. I couldn't see anything,
Even
but
this word.
maybe you take a go.
Should we try to bash through back into the main house?
I don't know if we can. We're not going to get through that because it's a solid thing that
Well,
fell
we can try
down.
and do this wall.
Yeah, potentially.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's take a peek. What's going on? I'll look instead. Perception tells me that I got 13.
This room seems dark. Very, very dark. Difficult to see. There are bones scattered about, but it seems like there's more skeletons in the other rooms. This is for something else.
Dark
There
vision,
is
dark
Elizora.
vision.
I'll use light on my shield.
Yep, that's great. As you see through, you see, unfortunately, there is a pressure plate where Elizora is currently standing,
No.
and you hear a as something
Oh,
else
no.
clicks.
What
When
are
you
the
turn
odds?
around, the drainage that was there before begins to fill with water, as do these chambers begin to fill with water.
That's like the least scariest thing we've got.
We got water breathing still, I'm pretty sure. 24 hours.
Yes, no, yeah, you do still have water breathing. The water comes in very, very quickly. Something else begins to come in with it. As tiny little fish begin to come in. But then there's loads of them. Swarms of them. And then... Oh good. Digital
Do I
dice roll
recognise
is
the
still working.
species of the fish?
Elizora and Tim, you both feel something scratch at your back.
Shit.
How far up close to water now? Like, chest height?
Chest height. You feel a scratch at your back, clawing, something almost blade-like, ripping apart against your clothes. And that is 14 damage for you, Elizora. Slashing damage. And that is
wow.
13 slashing damage against you, Tim. As you turn around, as the water begins to rise up and above your chin, above your head, you just see in the water her eyes and her grin and almost a flowing of her hair amongst the water as she then seems to become just like the water itself, and she's no longer visible. We are now in underwater combat, so please everybody remember, If you have a weapon that is piercing, you're fine, I think. If you have a swim speed, you're fine. If you have a weapon that is slashing, it is disadvantage. If you do not have a swim speed, your movement is halved.
Excellent. What are my weapons?
But we are back to the top of the round. So Vaela, what would you like to do? You all have water breathing. You still have a laner on your side, so I think Alarias is the only one with access to that temp HP now. So, for the rest of you, you might as well get rid of that temp HP for now, but just keep a note of it where it was.
So I can't.
Vaela,
So
what
can
would
I?
you like to do?
Do I know where she is then? If she's
No.
still water.
She's seemingly just gone. You saw her eyes and her grin for a moment, and Elizora and Tim, you felt her slash your back, but now can't see her. It's like she's one with the water.
So we need to drain the water in the room.
Ideally, yeah. You know the grates. So did like a panel from beneath them come away? Is that what happened?
No, so the grates that looked like drainage,
Yeah.
just suddenly water started flooding in. So there's the hole at the base of the grates, but suddenly, just after that pressure plate, water started to flood in, seemingly
Right.
from nowhere.
I mean, if we can cover those holes, the water would stop. But
Where would this water go?
well, this is the thing. But that's the thing, is we drain the room, it's only going to just keep filling up again. Unless we do knock out one of these walls. But Vaela, I think what she would do, she would sort of come to where Tim and Elizora is, and then prepare an action to stab the hag when she appears, when she goes to attack them, because she's got to be corporeal at that point.
Cool.
So
Smart thinking, I like that. So prepare an action.
Yeah.
Doing anything with your bonus action?
No. My bonus action I could hide, but it's kind of pointless at this for something like this. I've already used my transformation, which lost because I went unconscious. So there's not a lot I can do. It's a shame the storm sword is slashing, but never mind. No, that's it. That's all she'll do.
Alarias, what would you like to do?
Not too sure. Is this wall is just a normal wall
Just normal wall.
on the very left?
Seemingly almost cave-like, but built on top of. Do you know what I mean? Merged into the mountain almost.
Okay. Yeah, there's not really anywhere to blast a hole in. Everything's like pretty concrete here.
Yeah.
There's not any spells I can really do to help. I think I might just do the same and prepare an attack when the hag is, well, visible. Is there much space in this room? Yeah, I can't actually move into that room. There's no space. Oh no, there we go. Okay.
Yeah. All bunched up, I like it.
Is the water in this room as well?
It's in
Not the
all,
hole.
yeah, this entire space is filled to the brim with water.
Do
All
we?
the different rooms you're in are filled with water.
Do we think is her? I suppose it's a tricky. Like, you know, her going and turning into water. Is that a magical based thing? I know it's not a spell, but is it like is she magically doing so? Because sometimes in a monster, even a monster's description, it says you magically become invisible or you magically do something, even though it's not technically a spell. Because what I'm thinking is, because Alarias has got detect magic, if she is magically making herself become water, it's tricky because she's in a room full of water. Because it says you see like a faint aura around the creature.
I will allow, if Alarias would like to do an Arcana check to think about that right now.
I was gonna ask if I can do dispel magic as soon as. Oh
But then at that point, she hasn't turned, right? She'd be.
Yeah, yeah. Doesn't really work. Yeah, I'll do. Well,
It's out of round Arcana check. I'll let you just do it on the fly
okay. Yeah, I'll go for that.
because I
will
think this
take
is something Alarias would probably think about or start to consider.
+7, 22.
Her transformations did not seem like they were a spell being cast, some innate ability of being what she is. That she is some kind of shapeshifter. Like there are things she turned from a natural form to her more hideous one, and then could transform into water. So that seems like something she can innately do as some kind of ability, possibly partially arcane, but not enough to be detected. However, if she's still carrying the crystals or anything on her person that's magical, you would see that and it detect magic.
Oh yeah.
Because it didn't seem like when she turned into water that she dropped those things, but they instead melded into the same form. So they would still be there as an arcane signature.
Yeah.
That could work. Potentially. I mean, I think she's only got the 2 small ones left, but there should still be enough to.
Yeah, I can get the faint aura.
Then if you point us
Get
in
the
that.
big one off of them.
Well, she used it, didn't she? Used it on Tim. She took it. She
Yeah.
snatched it from Vaela and then stabbed Tim with it. So
Speaking
that's
of which, Tim,
technically
you are
spent.
still poisoned. If you can hear me.
So technically it's spent, but she's still got the 2 other little ones, in theory. If it's enough to pinpoint a location, you know, we can.
Yeah.
Even if it's a
Ho-
disadvantage,
hopefully-
we could still hit it. Try and hit her.
Hopefully it's not blocked though, because it says it can be blocked by 1 foot. So.
Yeah, she'd have to be in the room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one thing you notice about the rooms you're in at the moment, they are simply separated by bars, not stone. So it's only if she's on the other side, anywhere that would then constitute as perhaps enough stone to be able to block it. But if she's in any of these rooms with you, you should be able to see past the metal to see it.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it lasts 10 minutes, so I think it's definitely off the shot. So that Arcana check wasn't an action, was it? So I cast
You
detect
can
magic.
cast it. It's a clever
Yeah.
idea, so I'm happy for you guys to run with it.
Yeah, I'm trying to detect one of her crystal potions.
Stim packs.
So you can see over here 1 arcane signature left. The thing is, there's no. You'd expect evocation because it's healing her, but actually, this magic is somewhat corrupted in some way. There is an evocation with just a hint of necrotic in some strange, malformed combination. It's like whatever this crystal is, it seems to impact her in a beneficial way, but depending on the type of creature that it is used on, it could either be negative or positive.
Okay, so I can't really communicate. Are we underwater now?
You are underwater, so
But
Elizora understands you.
yeah.
Well, all I
Plus
was
you
gonna
can
do is point.
breathe on because we've got underwater breathing. You can in theory talk underwater if you can breathe
It's
yeah,
kinda
underwater.
it's
like
just
garbled,
it
though.
just comes out a bit bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elizora can understand you because we're underwater
Okay.
because of her
Okay.
abilities.
Well, yeah, here communicate that the hag, you can sense it over there in that room.
Good no. Is what you can also understand that.
Nice.
Okay. Tim, what would you like to see?
Do we need healing?
Or if you happen to have some clever way of showing the hag where she is. I don't know, some kind of like radiant glow or something, I don't know. Clerics, man. They've got all sorts of kind of crazy stuff.
Not when I can't see her, I don't think.
Yeah, because only Alarias can actually perceive it, and obviously now Elizora knows, but I don't think.
So I would allow if it's got some kind of spell attack to it, I would allow a disadvantage on the attack roll, and you to still attempt to hit her with like a general
So as we
point
saw,
of view. However, if it's like a saving throw, then you definitely need to see her.
I suppose that we saw a point, right? So we know it's like in that room somewhere.
You know,
I guess.
yeah, you know it's in that general area.
Mm.
Equally, if you have an area of effect that you could use, would also be absolutely fine.
Not really. I can just do something when she reappears, or I can go for the. I can swing at her.
Yeah,
Hopefully
If
make
you
her
wanna-
materialize.
Yeah, all your stuff seems to be like saving throws.
Yeah. Okay, I'll swing.
Still got your wisdom guy from the conch as well, I think.
19.
forget.
Sorry,
Don't forget you've got your wisdom guy from the conch.
can I ask?
Well, he's a spirit. He seems to not have communicated with you in any particular way, but you could think about some of his ability, perhaps. If you've got any ideas of what perhaps he could do. Keep saying what the elder can do. Not really sure what gender they are.
I don't know. A look. Can I ask the elders to look? Be our eyes?
So,
Go. Yeah, let's do that then.
what I'm going to say is, so you'll lose the concentration that he can do. So the extra concentration that they can do.
That's fine. I'll drop the light and keep the spirit shroud.
And you see the spirit kind of hone in on top of Tim's skull, and it's a bit like your Eyes of the Grave, but instead of just seeing souls
Mm-hmm.
and seeing more specifically the undead souls,
Mm-hmm.
now with this elder's wisdom, with their experience, with their skill of their perceiving of the world,
Mm-hmm.
you can now see a faint outline of the hag in this reddish, blackish hue, almost like this fey kind of luminescence.
Excellent. Was that an action?
I will say that's your bonus action.
I mean, yeah. That's fine. I mean, I'll call out her location to the rest of the group.
Oh yeah, they know. You've got your well, Alarias knows. Elizora's been pointed.
Mm-hmm. Great. I'll try hold person then.
It's a whole person. That's a
It's a wisdom save. Did I just lose my bonus to DC?
yes.
Yeah, that's fine. She has to be 14.
All bargains come with a price. I'm not gonna lie to him. It's not good.
Oh.
It's a raw 19.
Worth a try. I'll move closer to her if I can.
So you'll have to go through the gates because she is over here.
she's
I'm going to
just
say
gonna
enough
move
of you can
back,
see her
right?
now that I'm just going to go her visually.
Well,
But in this watery form, it's almost like you see her head and her hair kind of tendrils out floating, and all her body parts kind of have lost strict form. The hands kind of fizzle out into thin tendrils, and the rest of the body kind of snakes in and kind of fades at the tips. There's no strict end to her in this form. But yeah, for you, you'll have to go out the room, round, and then through. But all those doors are open for you.
You'll have your full movement as well, which will be handy.
Yes, because you have a swim speed. So you can move 30 feet.
yeah, I'll approach.
Actually, what is your swim speed?
Same as normal. So 30 foot.
Yeah, you can make it there. The doorway's open so you can see her, and she's clocked that you can now see her as well. I don't think you can do anything else. That's your action and your bonus action, right?
Yes.
Yes. So I think at the end of her turn, Tim, I'm gonna need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
11.
Knowing that you can see her, she flares her form and she goes this almost negative light for you, and she in flashes leaps forward at your face, and her jaw unlocks and tries to clamber around your head, and it feels like she's on top of you. She's scratching at you, and then you feel dragging down like you're restrained and gripped, and then it's let go, and then she's there, and she's getting bigger, and her arms and tendrils are getting longer, wrapping around you. You are now frightened. You have the frightened condition,
As well as a poisoned condition.
as well as the poisoned condition.
I'm collecting them.
Yeah.
You are, which means you can't get any closer to her, unfortunately.
Oh, you're right on her though, so it's not too bad.
Yeah. Okay, so was at the end of your turn. Elizora, what would you like to do?
I will use the trident to control water
Mhm.
and use the part water action. So what I was measuring up is that I can control water that is in a cube up to 100 feet on the side, which any individual line is not more than 100 feet, so we're all good. So we're in the control water space. So I control all the water, all the freestanding water in this space, which I assume is not the hag in her hag form, in a water form. But I will part water, which basically creates a trench, which basically means it's not flooded in here for this turn, this round.
So this, sorry, could you, which way round? So like,
I'll put it against like the top wall and the bottom wall where the trench is.
okay, and that's you in that room and the other side, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you cause water in the air to move apart. It causes trench. Trench extends across the spell's area, which is basically the room, and separated water forms a wall to either side. Trench remains until the spell ends, or you choose a different effect. The water then slowly fills the trench over the course of the next round until the normal water level is restored. And then, obviously, she'll probably do the same thing again, which basically means it's not the free water we got. We can move around more freely again.
Okay, so is that
How wide is this
kind of the
trench?
space you were thinking? Can you see that?
It's
Oh, cool.
basically
It's gone now. But
It was
it's
there.
that wall.
Oh.
And come on, there we
I
go.
just want to make sure I've got it.
So basically, all the water in the room is pushed away. So there's now 2 walls of water, where the water
Oh,
slowly.
I see.
Oh, okay, so those were the two. That's where the two walls
So
are,
that's where the
basically
water
below
is
and,
left,
and
yeah.
above. Okay,
Yeah,
And
and
then
anything
that'll
else is-
slowly come back over
got
time.
you.
Yes.
that's
So
cool.
there's now no longer any swimming in the non-lines. So, all
So
in
as
here,
you
there's no
do
more
that, she
swimming.
sort of turns to you, her watery sort of tendrils out, and she's like this sea foam and water. And as you've taken her out, she sets down and lands, and her feet touch the ground, and her physical form re-shows, and she looks around at you and goes, "Very pretty." Sort of pointing at the trident.
Not the only one with tricks.
It's been a long time, Alisa.
No, you don't talk to them. You talk to me.
Oh, dearie. I've known them a lot longer than you.
Well, tough shit. You have to talk to me instead.
Anything else, Alisa?
That's pretty much all I could do. But it
Yep.
gives other people a bit more freedom.
Mm.
It does. It is the turn of her. I'm just trying to think what she'll probably do. Yeah, she's going to do it.
It's
Um,
concentration as well.
It's concentration. Good to
To
know.
put the control wall.
Cool. Tim, I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw.
with
I
disadvantage.
just need to check something. Ability checks and attack
9.
rolls. Right. You sure it's 9? Definitely 9.
Unless I get double disadvantage, yeah, it's 9.
No, you don't. You don't get double disadvantage. I'm not sure if you get disadvantage at all, actually.
I think so, on saving throws, right?
What, for
No,
poison?
it's
for
ability
being
checks
poisoned?
and attack rolls.
Yeah, not saves.
So what was the first roll?
Poisoned, ability checks, and attack rolls as well. Okay, 15.
15.
15, yes.
Oh, no bust to that is there. So Tim, her eyes flare again, and the hair still floating as if underwater. She glares at you with this glowing, deep light, this hue of green to black, and you drop to 0 hit points.
Oh dear.
Tim had spare the dying.
Elizora says spare the dying, but it's not a bonus for her.
Do you need to just see him, or do you need to touch him?
Touch.
Right.
Tim's is the good one.
Yeah,
Mine's
yeah.
is the
Mine's
mine's
pretty
the normal
nice.
one.
So, yeah, you're at 0. She then will walk over your body very slowly, begin to walk to the rest of you, but not quite make it. You should get to here just so she's got eyes on Vaela. And there's just a very simple grin on her face. Vaela,
Right, I'm gonna
what would you like to do?
move. Hang on, how do I was gonna Tracy come over there. Yeah. So I'm behind her at least. Well, so the other people have
Yeah, she'll turn with you. There's nothing to
Yeah, yeah.
engage her attention specifically, so...
No, that's fine.
Still sneak attack though.
Yeah, it'll be sneak attack.
Oh, yeah, you're still going to get a sneak attack anyway.
And I will attack her with the rapier.
Hit me.
Trying to think.
Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
Just trying to think if there's anything I could have done better. Probably not. Right, I'm just gonna hit her. I'm a rogue. 15 to hit.
That's a hit.
Nice. Alright, let's roll. Where's my d8 gone? 8 on that. And was it 4d6? I think we said it was. 13. And then she will hit with the storm sword.
Yeah.
Which is also magical damage. Oh, that's way higher. Yeah, that's fine. D8. So that is 7 magical slashing and 3 lightning.
Mm-hmm.
That's it for her.
Did you do the sneak attack damage?
I did, yeah. That was the thing I rolled. So that was the
okay.
15. No, was it 13? Extra magical piercing.
She kind of twists her head at you. Cracks.
I mean, we've hit her quite a lot. I mean, is she still sort of fresh as a daisy at this point?
She looks pretty beaten. Like
Okay.
she does look very wounded.
Okay, so she is like having. Okay, if she's still fresh as a daisy at this point, then we're in trouble. You know.
At the end of your turn, she will lash out at you.
Cool. So I've still been storing my defender rapier into my AC.
Yep. That is 25 to hit
Oh,
though.
fuck's sake. Oh man.
Just as you said that, my thing rolled on to 17, and I was like,
Man.
D8s. It's D8s. Where's my D8? That's 16 slashing damage.
Ouch.
She just lashes out at you for the damage you did to her.
I'm still in it.
Alarias, what would you like to do?
I was gonna go for a hold person, but I really just want to blast her, seeing as she's wounded.
Whatever you want to do, you know. You want to hold person, you hold person. You know. I don't want to take anything away from you. Okay.
No, because it's only a 15 wisdom. I feel like she could do that. I think I'm just gonna go big. Yeah, I'm gonna go chromatic orb. 4th level.
Ooh.
Thunder.
Hit me.
Alright. Got +7. That should be good. Ah, yeah, 24 to.
That's gonna hit.
Okay, 68. I'm not gonna remember all this. I don't want any ones. 23. Thunder.
23 thunder. Oh, she gets blasted back. It rings her ears. She clenches her hands over and she turns back to look at you. Where do you move, by the way, to get a better line of shot?
Oh yeah, I didn't even move. I'm still technically in the water.
Yeah, you can like
Well-
lean around and get that.
I didn't even say, can I shoot through the bars? If not, I can move out the room. But
Well, there is a wall there as well, but you can look round the door and shoot. To be honest, she's right on the edge,
oh, okay, okay.
so that's fine. Yeah, if you want to get in the doorway, that's even better. Is that what you do?
Yeah, yeah. So be shooting around.
Okay.
Get her. Oh,
At the
Elena as
end?
well.
Mm.
What
Go ahead.
else I can do with Elena? I'm just trying to think. You do
Oh,
anything
Sorry, one
with
second.
Tim?
What was Elena's abilities? Does she have anything?
It's like movement can get doubled, or I can repulse. If I'm hit, I can repulse the hit.
Okay, that could be worth knowing, because repulsing a hit could be quite handy.
Yeah, I don't know the specifics of how much, but some of the damage gets repulsed back. Can she do like medicine check to get Tim up? Or is
Yeah.
that only...
Yeah.
Well, that's just to stabilize.
That's a stabilize,
Oh,
so at least
yeah,
he won't
yeah.
do death saves, but she'll have to get
Yeah.
she'd have to get to him. But yes, that could be something that she does.
Guess that would just be with my proficiency.
Yeah, but yeah, that could be a worthwhile doing. We don't want him dying.
Yeah.
So I think
yeah, was
I
gonna
think
use-
he's the one that's got the Revivify. He's like the worst person to die.
We really need Tim. He's our man. I'm gonna use Elena to do a stabilize on Tim.
Okay, I'm gonna say she can get round.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a medicine check. No proficiency on this one. She does not do this kind of thing usually. She's all about the
s-
killing part, not the
This is new to her. 17.
17. Tim is stabilized.
Nice.
Thank you.
Needed.
No. As she brings up her hands, almost looks like she pulls down this magic. You see water in tiny droplets begin to pull out from the tidal waves, as they almost look like at the moment either side, and she brings out these tiny water droplets. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw, please, as they rain down the room.
Guessing this is not a spell.
Is there any way I can resist this with the control water? It's like a contest.
I would say, to be honest, you could probably, if you wanted to try counter spell, it seems like she is using magic to do this.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm out of
nice.
slots, so
I can count. Sorry, I can count spell. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I can count spell.
I'm going to need you to
third
roll a
level.
d20.
Okay.
I can also melee attack her if she's casting a spell.
Okay.
If
you
she-
can
if that's what she's
definitely
doing.
attack her in a minute.
16.
16. Not for this. So it is going to finish. When does your attack happen?
When
before or after the
when a
spell?
creature within 5 feet of you casts a spell, you can use a reaction to make a melee attack against that creature. Yeah, that's all she
Doesn't
said.
say timing.
Doesn't give me a time on here.
Kind of feel
What's
like if
it
it's
cast, so I would
it's got to
assume.
have finished, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
If it's not casting,
Yeah,
it's casts. Yeah. okay,
casts.
so
Yeah.
let the spell finish first. So, dexterity saving throws, please, for everyone. Rolling for Elena, this is d20 plus your proficiency.
Okay, I'll do another roll for her then. Okay, she got 18. And
Great.
Alarias got 10.
I've got 10. Elizora.
4.
Okay, Vaela.
I have advantage on it, but I probably don't need it. 21.
Tim.
Does he get a saving throw when he's
Oh yeah, good point.
He's
He's
down.
not moving. He's stabilised.
Yeah,
Isn't he?
He just ragdolls.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which I guess will put him back into death saves again if he gets damaged.
As it feels like daggers come down and penetrate all of you. Those who failed, it's 24 piercing damage. Those who passed, it's 12 piercing damage.
Does my evasion work with this then?
Yep, so it'll be half damage for you.
Well, I passed, right, so I don't take any.
No, you didn't. Wait, what did you get? Oh yeah, you
21.
passed. Yeah, you get nothing.
Which is handy because I'm on
Right.
4 health.
Take 36 then.
No. So
24.
oh yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah,
So
Because
the
Alarias
temp
failed.
the temp HP will take 12,
Yeah.
and you will take 24. Now you have a choice. You can either split that damage amongst you and Elena and give her a bit more, or you can take the 24, however much amount you want to, because she will cover and protect you.
Yeah, I kind of want to Elena just in case, just because she's the only one left. I don't know, how does that repulse the hit work? Oh, I guess gotta wait for my turn, but... Yeah, that
I don't know. Repulsing sounds like a reaction, right? I don't know what is that. What is that repulsing thing that she's got?
I can't remember the detail on the repulsing.
The repulsings were from your pauldron, isn't it?
Was that not one of Elena's abilities? I don't know.
No, maybe not. No,
I think Elena had a riposte.
I was
But
repulsed.
that's an attack against you
Yeah.
specifically.
Okay. That's not going to help with a spell.
No,
then.
no, not
This
that
is
one.
area effect, so no.
Yeah, I'll dish some of that damage out to her, some out to me. She'll still be up there.
And Vaela, you can now do your attack.
Cool. 10 plus. Yeah. So that is 16. Which we know is a hit.
That hits.
Yeah, I probably should have hit with a storm sword, but I suppose it doesn't really matter, does it? 7 magical piercing.
7 magical piercing.
Mhm.
How do you want to do this?
Sick. So, okay, can you explain the spell to me quickly? Like, what is happening? Is it like waves coming in? Is it water coming in?
So it's like she's like pulled water droplets from these waves, and they've then thinned out into like tiny needles, and they've shot in to slam down into everything around.
Oh, okay, so it's just needles. I think for this one, she will basically just like pierce it through her ears, just like pass it right through the middle of her head. Just like now.
She suddenly goes limp, and when she does, the water that's on the side with the drainage begins to go down. The drainage, and the water that's being held up by your passing of water is still there.
But it goes down anyway over the course.
Okay, so as it
Around.
goes down, it goes towards those drains, and it begins to drain.
Nice.
Tim, Tim still there?
Don't know.
He
Perhaps
said
not.
you're about.
All right. Well, I
Because
just
I
needed
can.
him to roll another
Elizora
dex
can
saving throw.
spare the dying him.
Oh, he'll be stable anyway. Okay, so that's cool. So
Don't think we have
He's all
any.
stable.
I don't think we have any way of healing him though.
Does Tim not have potions on him? Can we just steal
I
one
don't
of
know.
Tim's?
Does Tim have potions on him? That's a very good question.
I don't know. I don't think his inventory is like as up to date as. Don't know.
You'll have to ask him in a minute.
Oh.
But yes, you have defeated the hag. However, she does not seem to have a bottle on her, or it is not seemingly present on her person.
Hag's ball.
Yeah. We're probably gonna have to scope out the area, I think. I suppose first things first is if we can drag Tim, sort of head back into that place where we had the tea. Drag Tim there, at least, to put him somewhere, but not in a cell.
So, if I can get all of you to roll an investigation check, because you're seemingly in a completely blocked area.
Oh, that hasn't gone back.
I mean,
Okay.
we can destroy this wall if we need to.
Well, I was going to say, as you investigate this wall, there is a secret door right
Oh,
here.
okay. Just got a nat 20 as well. Never mind.
There's a secret door right here.
Yeah.
You're going to find it eventually,
Yeah.
like, if you keep looking.
Nice.
Can't actually move through that wall.
Alright, okay. Let me just...
Yeah, it's
The
actually.
attempted move collides with at least one wall.
It's good that it does
Just go
that. To be
around.
fair, it's quite handy that it does
Just
that.
go around. I forgot I did that. Just go around.
Oh my god, I've got to like go there, go there.
Yeah, you have to go physically around.
The pathing.
It's another wall. Come on. There we go.
There we go. I'm in the room.
Am I being dragged?
But yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
So you got any potions on you, Tim? We can just force feed you a potion if you got one.
Not on me, I don't think.
Well, Tim's out of then, I guess, for however many
Roll-
hours.
Roll your d4.
Yeah.
Roll your d4.
Oh, let's think your tick. Was it? Who is your companion? They could help you. out,
4.
right?
Oh
Yeah,
my God,
Tixbo.
4.
Tixbo.
Tixbo,
Tixbo
and-
shakes Tim awake. That would be Tixbo's method.
Did we win?
Are you actually up? I don't think you're
Wake
up. I don't think you're gonna be.
Oh, I'm not waking
you're not
up.
gonna be. You're not gonna be back with.
Not literally. He was trying.
You said that they can help us get up and stuff.
What I'll say is, like, if Tim wants to
Oh.
stay sleeping,
Mm.
what he'll do is he'll little wedge to like tie and hook his bow staff on your shell, kind of leans it on his shoulder, and carries Tim around like a knapsack.
Wow. So it's
That's
like
strong.
that's
He's
very strong.
He is a very strong halfling.
That's a strong weapon as well. That's like a lot of leverage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tim's not light.
No, yeah, that's
No.
Tix.
A dense boy is Tim.
Tick-
Dense.
tick-
He is
Tixbo.
dense. He is
Dense.
dense.
Oh yes, dense.
He's a dense boy. What
Yeah.
are you doing with the body?
Yeah, we're gonna bring that with us, 100%, because we want to give that back to name's escaping me.
The guy.
The guy, Brimmy. That's it. Yeah, we're gonna bring that back with to Brimmy. So yeah, we're dragging that one back as intact as we can make it. Again, probably. You know, it's probably worth. It's actually probably worth. I don't think the Kenshimans are going to be all that useful here now.
Who touches the body?
Right.
It's just a question.
I know.
Gonna pick
I
her
know.
up,
I
so-
know. I'm trying to think who would have
Elena.
taken Tim. Or who? What? Wouldn't Elena have taken Tim?
I was gonna say,
Well,
Elena had Tim
Tix is-
initially.
Tix has got.
No. Like we had to drag
you-
Tim here.
You would have had to get Tim
Yeah, yeah.
to the hallway at
Yeah,
least.
so we probably would have left the hack there and then let
Uh.
then had Lena go back. Well, we'd have stood there with the hag, had grabbed Tixbo to come round to get Tim, and then like Elena carry on.
We could, bring like 2 of the Kenshimans to get.
Like we've opened the door so they can get round now
Mhm.
to where we are. We can just call to them for them to come to us. So get Tixbo to pick up Tim.
I know what Sunny's thinking right now. Would Vaela have touched the body after she killed it?
Well, you said that we've searched the body to see if the
bottle.
there's the hag's bottle.
Which I guess.
Oh no, I
We-
said you can't see the hag's bottle on the body.
Yeah.
I haven't said you searched it
Right.
completely.
I mean, if I'm gonna have to do it. If we didn't see it, she would have searched it. I just assumed
Okay.
that was part of why we found out, because she was right next to it, and so she would have searched for the bottle, at least to begin with.
As you sort of start pilfering through her body, there's as you sort of get to like her torso to try and look for like pockets and anything like that, her head snaps back
Mm.
and her jaw snaps open, and there is a large exhale. The path you take leads to betrayal. You are wrong.
Mm.
And then the jaw like snaps open, and as it does, the bottle chokes out of her neck and just kind of gently
Yeah,
rolls out onto the floor.
yeah. I mean, Vaela will pick that up. Is there anything? I suppose there's nothing else on her.
Roll an investigation check.
Because, you know, Hag's got to have all sorts of things. I mean, she would have at least, what, one of those gems on her.
Yeah, you got one. There's one of those crystals on her still.
No.
She didn't get to use that in the end.
No. Investigation, did you say, yeah?
Yep.
14.
You do find there is like a key.
Okay.
Not sure to what or to where, but you do find a key,
Right.
and there is some like a quill that she's kept by itself. No inkwell, just a quill.
Hag's key. Oh, right, there's Hag's key and Hag's quill.
And there is also an eye
Of course.
and an orb of some kind. It's not quite a crystal orb. It's more of like this onyx. That's black onyx.
Yeah.
And it's wrapped in like fish netting.
Okay. That's, yeah, we'll see what that ends up being. Alright, she'll pocket. Well, she'll pocket all of those for now. And I think, yeah, she would have at least attempted to drag the body back to the room. As best she could. She's not particularly strong. But, should
Can
at
you
least
also
try.
roll for me a Constitution saving throw?
Sure. Oh, okay, that's nice. 19. Rolled onto 17, which is quite nice.
As you're kind of breathing in this like exhaled gas, you just kind of cough it off, but there's definitely something very pungent about it.
Is that more than just rotten flesh and bad breath?
Something else to it, but seemingly it's not affects you, almost as if the radiance of your blood just
Right. I think
deflects
what
whatever it is.
what she'll do then is she'll use some of the cloth from the hag to like just cover the mouth up and the nose to just stop any more from coming out. If it's like, yes, if it's more than just like bad breath and rotten teeth or whatever, then yeah, she'll just cover it up. And like I said, bring it back into here. Probably plonk it onto this table. Is it worth returning those? How far? We're quite far, aren't we, from the ship?
You're quite far from the swamp, yeah.
Okay. I guess we'll leave them here for now. It's worth having the Kenshimans watching her. Just in case something, something else happens. For her,
And it just goes,
for them to
"Oh,
alert.
I think that's a great idea, really good. But you sure she's like definitely?
Well, I stabbed her through the ears. So I'd like to think that she is.
Aye, but she's a witch.
True, but I'd like to think that she's from what little I've understood of this thing, is that if she could be killing us, she would be killing us. So I think we should be okay. For now. It could be some weird thing where she just sleeps it off. I don't know, but that's why I want you to stay here and yell to
Sorry,
us.
I've got to go to the front door. Sorry,
that's right.
apologies.
And yell to us as soon as something comes up. Because, yeah, I think if we leave Tim here, because we can't really do much if he's unconscious for however many hours, 4. I guess us 3 can basically go search this place, because she's got to have other stuff here, surely. You know, we've what have we explored? 1 room, basically.
Yeah.
We literally just came from the front door and into this room. Who knows how big this place is? It's got to be worth scoping this place out, because who knows what she has in here.
Yeah, there's secret doors and stuff, so...
Yeah, no, definitely. And obviously, yeah, we've got to make sure we preserve that body to send it back to Brimmy, because then we can keep our fun items.
Yeah,
as
we
well.
want the body intact.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. But that's all Brimmy wanted. If we find anything else here, any other loot, essentially,
Lots.
that could do, because we did lose a lot of money to the clowns. So if we can find anything here that we can sell or, you know, restock, that would be quite handy. Right.
Jeez, I'm back.
That's all right. So yeah, we're gonna leave it here. The Conhumans will watch over her and Tim, and the rest of us. So Vaela, Elizora, and Alarias will basically scope out the rest of the place for anything else that we can find.
Okay, we'll keep it brief. All roll investigation checks for me.
Okay. Oh, wait. What's my investigation?
17.
Got a 9.
Elizora?
14.
Okay, so generally you find all sorts of alchemical ingredients. There are some live and unalive animals in cages, which you didn't really notice before, but there's quite a few of them, mainly like rats and mice and frogs and that kind of thing. One thing you do notice as you're investigating around, you sort of look out one of the windows and you can see all the mist has dissipated. Like whatever effect she had on these lands has just gone. The other thing you look around, I'm going to say, Alarias, you find it as you're going around the table, you find a secret compartment. And in that secret compartment there is a book. And the book seems to be locked with like a padlock kind of thing.
Anyone have a key?
Oh, I have a key. The hag
If
had a
I
key.
guess
Had a
not.
key on it. That
Alright.
she will try and open the book with the key. Well. Before I open this book with the key, there's no weird shit going on with this. It's not like cursed. Not gonna shoot me with or electrocute me if if we open this thing.
Wouldn't
Yeah,
count on it.
last time our hands got burnt, didn't they? So
Well,
I'll do an Arcana check on the book. I guess. Let's go. Pretty. 19.
Yeah, there's something magical about this book, definitely, but you're not 100% what the effect is.
Let's just put the book away while we can investigate it when we're a bit more prepared for what the consequences could be.
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, I guess so.
Royal.
Well, let's not do it on the ship though. If it does explode, we don't
No.
want it exploding on the ship.
I agree. Let's do it in the swamp outside, but maybe after a bit of a.
Yeah. Alarias has Mage
Correct.
Hand as well, which is quite handy.
I
So-
was gonna do that, but
Yeah. But yeah, he's right. Yeah,
We can wait.
Venzor's right. We'll do that. All right, we'll take the book with us. We don't want the book and the hag to be any weird thing. Keep the book. I'll keep the key. We've searched, haven't we? That's all we found. I suppose that's.
Across all the rooms, or is that just?
Or was that just here?
The
I don't know.
dining room.
That's an Arthur question.
That's all the rooms that you've got access to, with the walls blocked in on the other rooms. So there's that section that's currently covered in spikes, so doubt there's much there.
Right,
but
yeah, we couldn't get back
yeah,
in there, yeah.
for all the rooms that you've looked at, that is everything you find.
Okay. Alright, I assume Tim's still out.
Yeah, Tim's
Alright.
still out. You searched all that time. Tim's still asleep.
Okay.
And I think it's probably a good time to complete this section of Pirates, as you have all, in fact, defeated the hag that so many feared, brimmed to the teeth with great allies and defences. You prevailed and survived. No one died, which is excellent. So let's see what other mysteries this island can solve, and what other clues, curiosities, interesting things we can find. Let's tune in next time on Pirate Adventures.